Welcome to part 1 and practice 1 of defending 1-on-1 in wide areas. We're going to look at the 4 S's and slowing the attacker down in order to make a decision. This practice is probably not going to be everyone's favourite from a player's point of view, but as a coach it's really important that we teach patience and that delay phase before we try and win the ball back. So this is going to be an interfered practice, so we're not going to be tackling. It's going to be shadowing and jockeying all the way through. So as soon as this player touches the ball, there's going to be a ball up here, but I just don't have another counter. As soon as this player touches the ball, this player is going to come out and they're going to do a nice curved press and get into a side-on position in order to throw down. So let's start from the top. The shutdown is the quick acceleration and getting out to them quickly. Then we need to slow down nice and early. We don't want to slow down too late, otherwise a clever player is just going to knock it past and use our momentum against us. But we don't want to slow down too early because we're not going to be effective from a long distance, and also we're going to lose time and speed if we go too early. So we want to time it nicely as we approach before we get to our the place that we want to engage in. The angle as well is really important when showing them down the line. We don't want to come in too wide, otherwise they're going to come inside. We want to cut off the inside angle, so then we're showing them down the line. When we sit down, before we show down, in fact, we need to make sure we're side on, hips and knees are bent, and we've got a nice wide base to support our weight. This player is going to try and show down. That player is going to try and show down. Once we got into this position, then all I'm asking for the attacker is to try and beat them as quickly as we can. And this is going to try and get that intensity in the defenders because we're not tackling yet. That's really important to get the intensity out of the defenders without tackling. Otherwise, they're not going to take it properly, take it seriously. So you might want to give your attackers an objective. Can you beat them within 7 seconds or something, depending on the distances that your age group or ability use. So try and give the attackers some onus as well. Give them a point for beating them with a skill move. Try and make it fun. And defenders as well, if you can stay with them successfully and jockey the whole way through, then they'll get a point as well. So be creative. There's no right or wrong way to do this. This is a practice that I like to do at the start of or just after a warm-up before we go into the main activities. So give this video a like if you found it useful, and comment which areas you'd like me to do next. Look out for part 2, where we turn this into a tackling version where we are fully opposed and we have the ability to win the ball back.